Hey traders, John Howell here, officialjohnhowell.com. In this video, I'm going to show you my double stochastic and the settings for it. So let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, cool. So this video is actually a question that I got. I got a lot of questions about my double stochastic that I got down here. I got two different stochastics down here and the settings and what I use for them. So the settings are quite simple. Now, where did I get these settings from? So a lot of people use the default 14 for the stochastics and stuff like that. For me personally, a long time ago, I got a what's the word for it? Basically, I met a really successful trader, and he showed me the double stochastic, and he also showed me these settings. So who am I? I'm not going to judge it, because he's obviously he's used it himself. You know what I mean? So this I used it from him. He was making $40,000 per month. Now, he used a trading system, but he was using part of the indicators as the trading system. You know what I mean? So like it was like 90% trading system, but then he's also using these double stochastics as well too. So I'll show you how this all works. Let me turn this volume down here. I'll show you how this all works here. Firstly, it's basically, I'm just overlaid two different stochastics. So I've got this first stochastic, which is the fastest stochastic. This is just a 9 and 5. So if I create edit here, you can see here it's just a 9 and 5, and I've just got a simple and it's a line. Okay, then I've got a percent D, which is 3. Now again, I just followed this from my mentor, who was making a lot of money when I first met him, so I just haven't changed it. And then I've got a slower one, which is, as you can see here, it's a 3620. Okay, 3620, and you got a percent 3. I could spend a lot of time, what it means, stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that. And now what you have is you have a faster stochastic over a slower stochastic. And so some people said, some people have said to me, John, how do you use that double stochastic? Now, once again, I must bear in mind that do not place a trade, and I said this in the start of the video, in disclaimer, but don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today. You know what I mean? It's like the double stochastic is like 5%. This little technique here is like 5% of what you need in a successful trading system. It's not like, oh wow, look at that, and there must be something there. It just tells him it's going to give me a successful trade every time, and I'm going to make a lot of money. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but it's not going to give you a successful trade every time, unfortunately. Okay, so what I'm looking for is this, what I'm looking for is this, and in the stochastic, I'm looking for the long-term down, and then I'm looking for the short-term building divergence. So as you can see, a building divergence there, had a little slight higher trough there as well, and you can see how it broke the high there. This little bit through here was showing me that, hey, this little bit through here, it was just showing me that there was strength. Okay, they're showing me that there was a lot of, you can see there's a little high trough through here. You can see this long-term down, short-term up, and you can see, look at the move. Okay, now again, it doesn't happen all the time. Okay, it does not happen all the time. You can see here, long-term down, short-term up, and then the move happened. Okay, so let's just go back a bit more, see if we can find any more examples on this chart, and no, we can't. Okay, so that's just the really quick how I use my double stochastic on the chart. And a lot of times I don't use it to trade, guys. Okay, I really don't use it to trade. What I'm using it for is seeing where the internal strength of that stock is, because it doesn't mean it's going to work, but when you really get it lined up, and especially if we get, say, something like, if we do get like if I get like a nice trading setup, and just say this whole thing here is a major support level, and I'm getting the divergence happening, and we're starting to get a bit of up move, I may take a position here, have a stop here, and then look for a bigger run, or I may look to get in on a breakout or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, again, I have my own trading rules, but if I can get a really nice setup, especially if I can get this sort of thing, guys. Okay, and here's something. If this whole thing was a support and I was getting this divergence here, but this here came up, ran down, and stopped, and then gave me a nice little update through here, closing above here, then that may be nice little entry signal, seeing we've got a nice high trough at support levels with divergence, that's actually a very, very strong signal. Makes sense. And so it's because of this slow stochastic. So don't just use this to trade with, guys. Make sure you do your analysis. Make sure you're intelligent with what you're doing. Okay. But I did promise, I think it was Steve. Steve, I did promise you that I was going to do this for you. So there it is, double stochastic, and this is how I use it. This is how I read it. Let's see if I can go back and just have a look at, say, a couple more stocks. See if I can notice more. Again, I'm just going to pluck any of them. It doesn't happen all the time. But I'm just going to pluck it. I'm just going to pluck any of. Just going to go through some stocks here to see where. Again, it doesn't happen all the time. Okay, and so when it happens and it sets up really nicely, then you can see it work really nicely as well. So again, we're looking on the daily chart now, guys, and I'm just going through, and you can sort of see it through here, right? You can see how the short term, the long term down, the short term starts to build some strength, get a bit of divergence, and look what happened. Came up, little high trough, and then bam. Came out of nowhere. That also happened to be a little support level too. So I'm looking at those indicators and saying, okay, where's the strength building in this stock? Because it's like, okay, this long term moving average is like, okay, for the last couple of weeks we've been down, but then this shorter term shows me there's an internal strength building here, and then bam, look at it pop. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I'm looking at there. Let's actually see if I can find any more on this chart. You can see here, look at this. Divergence there, but then look at that there, right? Look at that there. Didn't really work, right? Or it did. It came up a little bit, but then dropped down again. Right? So again, it doesn't happen all the time. That's the reason why, if you can use this in conjunction with price action, it works amazingly, because now you got price action, as I was showing with the Apple example. Okay. Just looking at this here, where you can see this one here. You can see how this long-term down, short-term building strength. That was that short-term building strength through there, and it popped back up. So that was that short-term building strength one through there. And again, you can probably use it for the flip side as well too. But again, guys, make sure you use, because like for example, this is a great example here. If you've got a long-term going down and you start getting bullish divergence like here, yes, you may get a little run, but again, have your trend lines and your support and resistance. Price action, PA equals 90% or 95%. Really, 95%. This stuff down here is only 5% of your trading. Keep that in mind. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.